Okay, is it just me or is this picture split into 3 parts? Do you see that? The first part is the sky to the sidewalk. The next part goes from the ground to the line of people in front. I think the technical term for this is rule of thirds. Pretty easy to remember. Speaking of threes, do you guys see the triangle that's being formed through the gold color acting as a focalizer? The color guides your eye from the dome of the church to the guy on Jesus' right to the guy on Jesus' left. Oh, also I learned the cool phrase the other day called geometric perspective. Sounds important, right? It basically says how lines and squares can be used to create depth, which I feel is definitely happening in this picture. As your eye is guided to the back, to the doorway by the lines and squares, making it seem distant, giving the painting depth. How cool! Whoa, look at that painting!
So much red. Guys, look at this painting and all the red that it is made up of. I learned that the colors can be other things besides just a color, like passion and anger. Can't you guys see it? The girl sitting down could easily be angry with her mom at pulling and brushing her hair. Her hair is red, as well as her dress and cheeks, most likely representing anger towards her mother. Looking at her mother, she looks calm and almost passionate about combing her daughter's hair. She isn't at all red either, which helps show that she isn't angry. Who knew the color red could help me figure out a painting just like this one?
Image is a perfect example of how signs represent our world. This image creates a narrative meaning by drawing on our past perceptions and ideology. This ideology is the shining city on a hill, originating from John Winthrop and used frequently in modern politics. This image conveys a message of our nation as the light of the world and therefore cannot be touched. As stated before, the red color symbolizes power. The lines that draw our gaze into the center further reaffirms the meaning of America as the shining city on a hill.
Guys, let's look at this painting.
Hey, sounds good! Oh, now this piece is interesting. I love the light and dark combo. I know that I've heard a term associated with that before. Oh yeah, chiaroscuro. It's the dramatic effect between light and dark in an artwork. The way the dark is used in the sky and on the ground is just one example. The sky is creepy and mysterious, mostly because it is very dark, but also because it gives this piece depth. It looks like there is no end to the sky, it just keeps going and going and going. The light at the center of the piece drew my attention to the body and the fluffy clouds right away. The light and dark also creates shadows, helping creating the depths as well. This painting is very intriguing, plus chiaroscuro is just a fun word to say. Chiaroscuro, chiaroscuro, chiaroscuro.
Okay, that's enough. Let's knock that off now.
Look at this. Talk about a powerful image. Not much could be more powerful than George Washington, our nation's first president, crossing the Delaware. If you know your history, you know why this image is a great one. For those of you who don't, this image captures the emotion and patriotism in this moment in history. This is when George Washington led the troops across the Delaware River to surprise the British. It was a total game changer. The textual components of this painting look awesome. The artist created some perspective in this painting by making objects in the distance smaller. The use of light in this painting also helps to highlight the hero. If you notice, the lightest part of the painting is in the sky behind Washington's head, making him stand out above the rest. This image also uses different focalizers. These are the things that make us focus on the image. The oars are straight lines that move our eyes from one end to the other. The water is choppy and rough, making the appearance of movement in the water.
Hey girls, what's over here?
This painting is using the color yellow as a focalizer. My eye automatically went to it and then bounced to the next yellow hat and again making a triangle. Also, just looking at the painting is a straight shot, like I'm equal with the people sitting in it. It's as if I was sitting at a table at this party and turned to see this scene. Who knew that the logic of figuration was real and not just a vocab word in COM 215? Also, geometric perspectives are in this painting too. It is shown in the poles of the awning, but also the people display it. The position of the people is used to create depth. Do you see that the farther back the person is, the higher up they are? From sitting to leaning, then to standing and talking. They help guide my eye back, creating the illusion of depth. Subtle, but effective. That's pretty neat.
Are we done yet?
This image sure is shocking. What kind of ugly creature? What? Whoa, it's a polar bear without its fur. How messed up. This image is obviously expressing the message of global warming. This ad really portrays expressive content. In other words, it's easy to see the feelings they are trying to convey. It's becoming common knowledge to most people that the ice caps are melting, causing warmer climates for the polar bears. Even without the text, "The Earth is heating up," people would recognize this as a global warming ad, which makes this ad able to make a good argument. The text in this image serves as anchorage. This means that the language makes certain what was unclear before. There is also good relay between image and the text. The Earth is heating up, and so the polar bear has to take off his fur to keep cool. It wouldn't make sense if the text said, "Hats are cool," or the polar bear was an image of a rubber duck. The text and image both make perfect sense together.
Who knew all these images could have visual semiotics and visual narrative? Hey girls, we should do this again sometime.
Yeah! See you next time.
Bye!
Dun, dun, dun.